In the remote Bighorn Mountains of Wyoming, where trails vanish into isolation, a routine hike became the catalyst for something unimaginable. A man found, a life saved, or so it seemed. Dr. Lena Torres, a CDC-affiliated epidemiologist based in Atlanta, first noticed the anomalies in late 2023. Cases scattered across the US and beyond, bizarre physical mutations defying known pathologies. In a small Wyoming ranch town, a farmer's skin bubbling like boiling tar, veins erupting into thorn-like protrusions that pierced his flesh from within. In Denver, an office worker's limbs elongating overnight, bones cracking and reforming into spindly insectile joints, fingers fusing into claws. Across the Atlantic, in a Berlin suburb, a child's irises splitting into multiples like compound lenses. No common vector, no shared exposure. But Torres asked, what if they're connected? Her exhaustive catalog, timelines, symptoms, geographies, traced back to one ground zero, a tiny Wyoming mountain community, summer 2025. Digging deeper, she uncovered a local news clipping. Solo hiker rescues injured stranger from Bighorn Wilderness. The hiker, a reclusive outdoorsman named Jack Harlan. Torres tracked him down. What she heard changed everything. Harlan, an experienced solo trekker, was deep in the Bighorns, miles from any road, when he found the man. Clothes in tatters, bleeding from gashes that looked like impact wounds, collapsed against a pine, barely breathing. Harlan recounted in Torres' notes.
I thought he'd fallen from a cliff. Hypothermia setting in. I bandaged him, gave him my jacket, carried him out over 2 days, fireman's carry most of the way. He was light, too light for his size.
But anomalies emerged. Wounds sealed quicker than expected, flesh knitting with a glossy, rubbery sheen. No fever, but his skin felt warm, hot spots pulsing like hidden machinery. Harlan got him to the town clinic. Doctors noted oddities. Blood tests showed unknown proteins. Organs shifted slightly in scans, like a liver too large, pressing against lungs. But he stabilized, discharged himself a day later, refused further treatment.
People in town started changing after. My neighbor's arm bent backward. I felt it starting in me, fingers webbing together.
Torres pressed for more, but Harlan grew agitated.
They came for him, the military. Too late. He's out there now, changing everything he touches.
Leaked files, smuggled from a black site lab in the Rockies, reveal the truth. He was grown from scratch. A synthetic human. DNA spliced from human, animal, and engineered sequences. Designed for adaptive resilience in extreme environments. Military applications. Perhaps for long-term infiltration or biosurveillance. But the contaminant emerged, a mutagenic aura, secreted through pores and breath. Invisible at first, it rewires exposed biology, causing grotesque, visible transformations. A macro mutation in the creature, unplanned for in its genetic design. The transfer. En route via helicopter to an even more remote Alaskan facility for further enhancement. Mid-flight, the crew fell ill. Pilots clutching swelling throats, co-pilot's face distorting as cheekbones pushed outward like budding horns. In the chaos, the creature was ejected, pushed or jumped, plummeting into the Wyoming wilds. The agency scrambled. Heavy military hunt planned, choppers and ground teams prepped. But Harlan found him first, rescued him, brought him back. The contaminant's power. Proximity alone corrupts. It seeps into air, water, skin, altering DNA in waves. Visible horrors unfold globally. In the Wyoming town, clinic patients developed translucent skin, veins visible like glowing circuits, pulsing with unnatural colors. One nurse's arms elongated, elbows multiplying into segmented joints that clicked like insect legs. Spreading via travelers. A trucker carried it to Montana, where a diner owner's face bloated, eyes sinking into fleshy sockets while new ones budded on his forehead. Internationally, a tourist flew to Tokyo. Soon, subway commuters reported limbs atrophying into vestigial stubs, torsos swelling with tumorous growths that burst into flower-like appendages. In Mumbai, a family cluster showed teeth migrating to palms, forming biting maws. Torres found Harlan, got his story, but the walls closed in. Her CDC superiors revoked access. Unrelated clusters, focus on flu season. Government agents arrived, FBI, or something blacker. Harlan vanished mid-follow-up, official report, hiking accident. His cabin burned, mutations blamed on chemical spill. Torres leaked partial findings online, discredited overnight, fabricated ethics violations, her data debunked as AI fakes. The lab's shadow, still operational perhaps, covering tracks. The creature loose, its influence a web of visible horrors, societies fracturing as mutated outcasts hide or lash out. The hiker thought he saved a life. He unleashed a plague of flesh, visible, inescapable, spreading from one act of kindness.